Good afternoon. I have been a victim, although I don't like the word victim, but I have been targeted, harassed online relentlessly by a woman for the past, I don't know, 2.5 years. I think we're coming up on 3 years here pretty soon, actually. And one of the things I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start recording videos. This is going to be the first in a series of videos that I'm recording that will help anyone who's being targeted online in cyberstalking, cyberbullying, any type of online harassment, to learn some of the different free resources that are out there to start gathering the evidence that you may need should you decide to try to get a restraining order or to possibly take this case to court, for some type of criminal prosecution or whatever that may be. I'm in the purpose, or I'm in the sorry, I am in progress with writing a book right now in regards to my experience. And the purpose of that book is to actually help others realize that there are actually a lot of things out there that will allow us to collect evidence and different steps we can go through for the documentation. So that way we have what we need when we actually go to law enforcement, if we decide to make, that, you know, decision to do that. So again, this is the first of a number of recipes, or oh my goodness, I should not be reading my screen right now. This is the first of a number of videos to help you learn what some of those resources are. And so this one is about using if this, then that. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you how to set up a recipe in if this, then that to record the tweets coming from a specific account. So it will capture every single tweet, regardless of if you're targeted and mentioned in that tweet or not. And of course, you can go through and edit the document as may be needed. So I'm going to show you what a completed one looks like, or one that's been used. So here in this particular case, you can see that this particular recipe is gathering information on all tweets coming from an account by the name of Jill Logan 16. So column 1 has the username. Clearly, we want that. Column 2 has the tweet that was sent out. Number 3 is the actual URL for this tweet on Twitter. And then we also have the day and timestamp. So as you can tell, this gives us a lot of fantastic information. And their API just goes through and continually adds to the sheet. Now, the one thing that's not incredibly useful here, but I'm going to be tweaking and playing around a little bit with another recipe on if this, then that, are the images that are sent. So in this case, on this tweet, she actually sent an image, and here's the URL for that image. But it would be useful for us to know, well, what was this actually an image of? Once the tweet gets deleted, well, the URL for that image is also gone. So again, this particular video is to show you how to gather the tweets. Hopefully in a future video, I will also have a way to figure out how to gather the screenshots that were accompanying a tweet. But as you can tell, this is super handy little thing. Here are 67 tweets that came to me from this particular account. So we're going to set one up for a new account. All right, how do we do that? All right, so I have an account, a free account on if this, then that, and I have already saved this particular one as a favorite. So the one that you're going to look for when you're setting this up for the very first time is if a new tweet by a specific user, then add a row to a Google Drive spreadsheet. Once you find this in if this, then that, because in my case, my person has created, I want to say, 50 some different Twitter accounts. You'll be possibly using this recipe quite often. So if you go ahead and favorite this, it'll be a lot easier for you to find it when you need to create a new recipe and if this, then that. All right, so we're going to use this one. Okay, username to watch. I have this open in another window. It's this account right here. So I'm going to copy the username. I'm going to put it here. I do not want to receive notifications when this recipe runs, but if you wanted to, you could select that box. Go ahead and say add. And I'm going to come back here and go to my recipes. I need to edit this. I'm going to change this to tweets from, so I can easily identify this in my dashboard. What do I want it to do? So spreadsheet name, I'm going to say new tweet by username. So this will help me easily find this particular account in my Google Drive account later. Username, text, link to tweet, created at. This is what if this then that predetermines that they believe is useful. Without a doubt, this is good. I left it at their default for this particular sheet, so we're good there. And I actually need to change this because I actually already have a Twitter folder. So if this, then that, select an ingredient. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just going to have to leave that as is. And I'll later have to just move the new spreadsheet it creates into the folder that I already have. Because I actually, some folder slash path. I think I'm going to try this because I have a folder in my if this then that folder that's called Twitter. I'm going to tell this to check now. It's probably not going to pull anything because there's been nothing for the last, I don't know, 11 hours or something like that. But I'm going to go here to the log just to see, did it catch anything? I don't think that it did, but that's okay because next time she tweets, I should get a notification, and then I'll go double check my spreadsheet. I'll make sure that it's actually gathering the information, and if for some reason that path name that I put into the advanced settings for this particular recipe, if they need to be tweaked, I'll tweak away. So again, this is just the first of a number of videos that I will be creating and sharing to help others who are in a situation where they want to gather evidence for online harassment.